The leader of the Islamic State has been killed in a counter-terror operation carried out by the United States in northwestern Syria. Abu Ibrahim al-Hashemi al-Quraishi, the leader of the ISIS, set off a blast, killing himself and his family as special forces breached his hideout. The killing of the ISIS chief reminded the world of similar military operations that the U.S. carried out against the world's biggest terrorist leader. Pre-dawn strikes were carried out in 2011 and 2019. One targeted the al-Qaeda chief, Osama bin Laden, while the other neutralized ISIS's first leader, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Take a look.
An image of the American president sitting in the White House Situation Room is synonymous with the last two presidencies. And Joe Biden has followed suit. On Thursday, American troops neutralized the current leader of the ISIS, Abu Ibrahim al-Hashemi al-Quraishi, in a risky pre-dawn raid carried out by the United States Special Operation Forces.
Last night's operation took a major terrorist leader off the battlefield, and it sent a strong message to terrorists around the world. We will come after you and find you. Once again, today, we continue our unceasing effort to keep the American people safe and to strengthen the security of our allies and partners around the world.
The lights-out attack on the leader of the world's most dreaded terror group was carried out after months of secret planning, a reminder of the deaths of al-Qaeda chief Osama bin Laden and ISIS's first chief Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Similar scenes unfolded in 2019 when Donald Trump was in power. American forces killed Baghdadi, the chief of the Islamic State. Baghdadi, just like his successor, killed himself when the US SEALs cornered his hideout. The ISIS chief detonated a suicide vest, killing his wife and children. The US president back then announced the death of the terror chief, who, in Trump's words, died wailing like a dog.
Last night, the United States brought the world's #1 terrorist leader to justice. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead. He was the founder and leader of ISIS, the most ruthless and violent terror organization anywhere in the world.
Again, in both the operations, the US chopper crashed. US forces in Syria were forced to blow up the MH-60 chopper during the ISIS raid because of mechanical issues. The Pentagon denies that it crashed or was shot down and had to be destroyed rather than left behind. The situation is similar to the 2011 raid in Abbottabad, Pakistan, that resulted in the death of Laden. Navy SEALs then had to blow up a Black Hawk helicopter used by US forces. The United States war on terror began 2 decades ago after the deadly September 11 attacks, in the aftermath of which America invaded Afghanistan. It sent its forces to the Middle East, but it was only 10 years after the 9/11 attacks that the perpetrator of the biggest American terror attack, the chief of the al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden, was gunned to death in a special SEAL operation in Abbottabad, Pakistan.
Tonight, I can report to the American people and to the world that the United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden, the leader of al-Qaeda, and a terrorist who's responsible for the murder of thousands of innocent men, women, and children.
A decade has passed since the al-Qaeda leader was killed by US forces, but still, his death continues to haunt Pakistan. Back in 2011, when the US planned the pre-dawn raid in Abbottabad, officials in Islamabad were not fully aware of what was coming. It was America's distrust in Pakistan. Also the fact that a global wanted terrorist was staying just a few miles away from one of Pakistan's major defense camps. And still, no information was passed on to Washington on the hideout. There are claims that Laden was staying under the watch of Pakistani Secret Service, the ISI. The operation had global repercussions. It dented Pakistan's international reputation, exposing contradictions in a country that had long served as a rare base for the al-Qaeda and its Taliban allies. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.